And we begin tonight with the damage from a confirmed tornado that struck near Lansing. The National Weather Service says the wind speeds were about 100 miles an hour. It hampered the town of Portland, again about 30 miles northwest of the state capital.
At least 5 people have been injured. Homes, churches, and businesses were damaged. 7 Action News reporter Jonathan Carlson was the first Detroit television reporter on the scene, and he joins us now with the very latest. Jonathan, we're hearing now this was an EF-1 tornado, correct?
Yeah, a press conference was held just about 15 minutes ago. We heard from the National Weather Service as well as the city manager here. I'm going to start by stepping out of the way just to give you live pictures because they are quite dramatic. Over the last couple of hours or so, we were showing you the neighborhoods and all of the damage that they had there. This is the main thoroughfare through town. This is Grand River. And you can see a bunch of businesses have been completely damaged, their roofs torn off, and we're just going to do a slow pan around here to show you some of the damage where we're at right now, where officials have been staging. But just to reiterate, as you mentioned, an EF-1 tornado, 100 miles an hour, hit the ground at 2:30 this afternoon, according to the National Weather Service. No major injuries, 5 minor injuries, but no major injuries. That's the good news in all of this. Now, the city manager here telling me that he is asking for a state of emergency. He has declared a state of emergency, or is asking the state, rather, I should say, to declare a state of emergency so they can get the funds that they need to clean up here. He did, in fact, mention that the lieutenant governor is from here, so this obviously is going to hit home for lawmakers there in Lansing when they make that declaration. But they have asked for assistance to help all of the residents and businesses that have been affected here. And as you look at some of the pictures that we're going to show you, just unbelievable damage. We have homes that have been damaged, churches, schools, businesses. 3 churches in town have been completely totaled, windows blown out, their roofs completely taken off, congregations that are mourning their churches tonight. But one of the things that we have seen here is residents coming together so quickly to try to pick up the damage, to try to help each other. So again, the good news, though, we had a lot of rescuers that were out in a couple hours ago searching for people, anybody that may be injured. They didn't really find anybody. Everybody is accounted for. Everybody is okay. Now it's just the big cleanup. But if we can come back here live, I want to show you some of the businesses that were just severely damaged, including this pharmacy right here that you can see the whole front of it was just ripped off. We did talk to the city manager who gave us some perspective. Listen in.
We anticipate going through and assessing the damage tonight and tomorrow. Again, we want to make sure the storm coming tonight doesn't cause further damage, but right now the biggest part of this is requesting that folks who aren't residents of the city of Portland stay out of the area and allow the emergency services to do what they need to do.
All right, back here live. Side of the road here, you can't come in and out of town. They've got the main road here shut off from the interstate all the way through town here because there are power lines that are down. There are limbs in the road and debris like this. You don't know what's just lying in the road. So they don't want people to come into town that don't have to be here. And that's the message that the city manager also wanted to get out to everybody from out of town. Don't come to this town if you don't have to. They've got a big cleanup that they need to take care of, and they need the streets clear. But I can tell you the streets are filled with not only emergency workers and repairmen, but all of the residents who have just come out of their homes to assess all of this. And Johnny, if we can actually pan over here, we'll just give you a quick live look at the scene where we're at the staging area. A lot of emergency vehicles, residents who have come out to see the damage to their community, to their businesses. But again, the good news, everybody relieved that everybody is accounted for and nobody was hurt. We will, of course, have much more for you coming up tonight at 10 and 11 on Action News. For now, we're live. I'm Jonathan Carlson, 7 Action News.
All right, thanks, Jonathan. We're so grateful. Nobody's seriously injured.
I mean, that is the good news in that community coming together. You know, that storm